In the golden state of California, where environmental sustainability is a top priority, a shocking scandal recently unfolded. A seemingly ordinary family managed to amass a staggering $7.6 million by exploiting California's beverage container recycling program, also known as the California Redemption Value. This recycling fraud exposed the vulnerability of a system designed to encourage recycling and protect the environment. The California Redemption Value is a monetary deposit added to the price of certain beverage containers at the time of purchase. Consumers pay an extra 5 to 10 cents for each qualifying container, such as plastic or aluminum bottles, which they can redeem later by returning the empty containers to authorized recycling center. This financial incentive was introduced in 1987 to curb littering and promote recycling. Since its inception, the CRV program has been instrumental in reducing waste and conserving resources. According to the California Department of Resources Recycling and Recovery, CalRecycle, over 400 billion aluminum, glass, and plastic beverage containers have been recycled through the program. These efforts have significantly reduced the environmental impact of discarded containers and saved valuable resources. At the center of this intricate fraud, we find the Sáenz family from Riverside County. Maria Sáenz, the alleged mastermind, along with 7 relatives, devised a cunning plan to capitalize on the CRV program. Their audacious scheme involved smuggling used bottles and cans from Arizona into California, where they could cash them in for the redemption value. While Arizona does not have a CRV system, California's more substantial redemption rates became an enticing opportunity for the Sáenz family. They saw a potential gold mine in the disparity between the 2 states' recycling programs and set their plan in motion. Over an 8-month period, the family executed their smuggling operation with astounding precision. According to investigators, they brought in a staggering 178 tons of used beverage containers from Arizona. At California's redemption rates, this massive haul earned them a jaw-dropping $7.6 million. But that wasn't all. Authorities also discovered an additional stash of illegally imported beverage containers worth another $1 million, indicating the scale of the deception. The sheer audacity of this recycling fraud left environmentalists and law enforcement stunned. The Sáenz family operated multiple recycling centers in Riverside County, which served as a front for their illicit operations. They processed the smuggled containers through these centers, camouflaging their illegal activities amidst legitimate recycling efforts. This elaborate ruse made it challenging for investigators to detect the fraud until substantial evidence came to light. While the Sáenz family reveled in their ill-gotten gains, the consequences of their actions reverberated far beyond their own pockets. Recycling fraud disrupts the sustainable cycle of environmental conservation and hinders the state's efforts to reduce waste. The funds that could have supported legitimate recycling initiatives and environmental projects were instead siphoned off by this deceptive scheme. The California Beverage Container Recycling Program has been instrumental in reducing pollution and landfill waste. CalRecycle reports that the program has prevented over 100 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions since its inception. These emissions reductions have a direct impact on air quality and contribute to California's efforts to combat climate change. Beyond the environmental impact, recycling fraud also inflicts significant financial losses on the state of California. The CRV program is funded by consumers who pay the deposit at the time of purchase. The revenue from these deposits, along with the sale of recycled materials, funds the operation of recycling centers and supports various environmental programs. Regrettably, this case is not an isolated incident. Recycling fraud has been an ongoing challenge in California for years. According to reports, at least 93 people were convicted of recycling fraud between 2010 and 2019, indicating the need for ongoing vigilance to protect the integrity of recycling programs. Despite these challenges, California remains committed to genuine recycling efforts. The CRV program has been a vital component of the state's environmental conservation efforts. By incentivizing consumers to return their empty beverage containers, the program ensures that these containers are recycled rather than ending up in landfills or littering the environment. Legitimate recycling initiatives have a profound impact on resource conservation and environmental sustainability. By embracing genuine recycling practices, we can continue to make strides towards a greener and more sustainable future. As informed citizens, it's our responsibility to hold those who undermine our collective efforts accountable. Recycling is a shared responsibility, And schemes like this not only tarnish the program's integrity, but also rob resources from legitimate recycling efforts. Let's stand together against fraud and champion genuine recycling practices. On a brighter note, let's shift our focus to the positive side of recycling. Genuine recycling initiatives make a remarkable difference. They promote sustainability, protect our environment, and contribute to a greener future for generations to come. Together, let's stand against fraud and champion genuine recycling practices. Only then can we continue building a better, more sustainable world. The California recycling fraud scandal serves as a sobering reminder of the challenges in preserving the integrity of recycling programs. While this case exposed vulnerabilities, it also reinforced the importance of environmental responsibility and the need for ongoing vigilance. By embracing genuine recycling practices and holding wrongdoers accountable, we can ensure that the true essence of recycling, protecting the environment and conserving resources, remains at the heart of California's efforts towards a sustainable future. Let us learn from this chapter in our state's history and move forward with a renewed commitment to environmental stewardship. Together, we can build a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable world for generations to come.